Okay, so I came across the best story today, so of course I gotta share it. I don't know the author though, so if you happen to know who it is, please drop their name in the comments so I can give them proper credit. But if you are needing some inspiration today, this is for you. Here we go. There were 3 little trees, all with big dreams. The first tree dreamed of being carved into a beautiful and ornate treasure box that would hold the greatest treasure the world had ever seen. The second tree dreamed of being fashioned into a great ship that would sail the 7 seas. The third tree didn't want to leave its home on the mountaintop. I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they'll raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. One day, when the young saplings had grown into tall, strong trees, 3 woodcutters climbed the mountain. As they cut down the first tree, it could barely contain its excitement. It just knew it would soon fulfill its destiny. But instead of elaborate treasure chests, workers made the tree into a plain, ordinary feed box for farm animals. The tree felt bitterly disappointed. The second tree got made into a ship all right, but not the kind to crest the waves of mighty oceans. It became just a simple fishing vessel, floating in a lake, not the stuff dreams are made of. The third tree, to its horror and dismay, also got chopped down, cut into wooden beams, and then left to gather dust in a lumber yard. All I ever wanted was to stay on the mountaintop and point to God. Time passed, and the trees forgot their dreams, until one night when a young woman placed her baby in the animal feed box, and the first tree knew that it indeed carried the greatest treasure on earth. Another night, a tired man and his friends crowded onto the little fishing boat. They got halfway across the lake when a terrible storm blew in, threatening to tear the boat to pieces. The tired man stood up and said, "Peace, be still." The second tree knew then that it was carrying the King of heaven and earth. One Friday morning, the third tree felt itself yanked from the woodpile and dragged through city streets, where crowds shouted insults. The tree felt cruel and ugly when it realized it had become an instrument of torture. Soldiers nailed a man's hands and feet to its beams, but on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy, the tree stood tall, knowing that from now on it would forever point people to God. The point of this is really that your own dreams for your life may not match God's plans for you. And sometimes it feels like the circumstances of our life get in the way of our dreams. But God's plans are bigger than anything you could ever dream. You carry the greatest treasure in your heart. Stay faithful, humble, and willing, and He will use you to do big and mighty things. God bless you.